No, the best part about being uneven is I'm not entirely sure when Franks are in character or out of character, because I have been attacked with the bikini quackity was here, which I'm like, this feels a bit ridiculous. I bet Oz did it. Just everywhere over my lighthouse. However, I'm also missing things. I think either the world glitched out for a single moment, or someone went through and took some potions in my wither skull, which, I mean, like, I guess that's a little bit my fault for just leaving it out in the open. However, I didn't think anyone would come up here. You know, it's the bedroom. Respect the sanctity of the bedroom. It's mine, and no bikini quackities can change that. And additionally, went on and I was like, oh, wow, there's so much lag. What could possibly be causing this? And I'll show you the Live, Laugh, Love chicken soup. Like, holy shit! I hear their calls in my nightmares, I think. There's too many. I can't keep up this fight. I go on feudally against the chicken soup that lurks within us all. It's lagging, I can't even hit them right. Die, you horrible. Maybe I should pour some lava down here. Hang on. All right, everybody, get ready for pain. Oh, my entire inventory has filled up with eggs. I can't get out of the chicken pit. I'm in the chicken pit. This is my home now. Everything is lagging. I can't place blocks. I'm stuck in the chicken pit. It occurs to me that jumping in here has been a mistake. Help! Help me! Help me, Beanie, I'm trapped in chickens. Come on, I can make it out, I believe in me. I can't make it out. I think this is what hell sounds like. Alright, you fuckers. This is not a drill. Oh, the noises are terrible. Behold what my power has brought. Who's chicken soup now? Who is chicken soup now? Die, you cowards. Alright, I think that might have... How are you not dead? Alright, I'm gonna use this lava to parkour out of here. Okay, I think I'm free. Whoever did that, one, well played. Secondly, what is wrong with you? There is so much wrong with you. I glitched in there. My hole is on fire. I've been told I will not be helped, but it's fine. I helped myself. I made it out. It's fine, I helped myself. I need no one in this world. Now I just have do I have an inventory full of chicken eggs? Yes. However, it's still burning. And you know what? Maybe it deserves to burn. So I'm gonna go and chalk that up to a later problem, a problem for later, a problem for not now. And continue doing what I was going to do before falling straight into hell. And that was, I have decided that since I am the cause of a certain robot's house exploding, I should at least do some, crater reparation. Star seems especially excited about the crops, so I've got buried on all the chicken eggs. I've got some crops. I'm going out, and I'm gonna fix at least the beginnings of their house. I'm not gonna rebuild the house because that's overstepping my bounds. But the backyard, I can make a backyard. And I will recruit people to do it. Want to help me help stars? I see Bikini Quackity has not spared anyone. You know what? That makes me feel a little bit better. However, I do think I'm the only one who... Okay, I know Star said they didn't want to see me. So if I'm gonna be... I'll just be fast. And they're not even living in their old house anymore, are they? So it's fine. I'll just... go... No, of course not. I have learned my message. I have learned my lesson. I am new man. I am new man. Yeah. Okay. Hang on, I have just realized that I did not open... I am not in at all the right Discord channel. We are simply going to ignore that. Hilo? Oh, they don't have their sound on. It didn't matter. My mistake didn't matter. I'm professional and I know how this works. Message, Beanie Bird. Meet me at the crater. Maybe I should be capitalized. Capital C, capital T. Just so the destruction we have wrought. Immortalized in history. And so, you may be thinking, August, you don't have enough resources to go and patch a hole that big. And I'll be like, yes, however, I have a plan. That plan is... I am going to make a crater covering out of stone, which I do have an excessive amount of, and then moss them. That... moss makes other things moss, right? I'm gonna use the power of Minecraft, and I'll work it to my advantage, and there's no longer a way to get up there from there. That's fair. The old-fashioned waterway. I will take this piece of moss, as it is very helpful. It is vital. It is vital to the plan I will be conducting. Yep, this is in rough shape. But you know what? It could be in rougher shape. It could have me not there to fix it. Bring torches if you have any. Otherwise, you know, it might be a little bit annoying. There would be constant monster sounds from the abyss. And we will deal with that. If that is what it takes. If that is what it takes. Okay. Let's see. Gonna try to make a slope. Starting, I guess, at the beetroot, which I didn't have any, so it's good it didn't get blown to bits. However, beetroot is still the most useless food ever, and why you would want some, I don't know. Can I? I can't. Yeah. Already my plan is being foiled. Alright, then fine. I'll just start my covering over here. And we will make a nice little pathway down over the hole. That can later be mossified. See, optimism is something that can be important. I need it, we all need it. All of the chickens that I literally drowned in needed it. And you know, maybe if I make the hole less of a hole. Nah, that's stupid. Winning myself a tiny bit of goodwill won't hurt. I don't think. Ah, fuck. See, that's okay, since I don't care what this looks like under here, because this is mostly a surface level job. I'm just gonna go over that, and yoink. Yeah, maybe I have a couple of blocks of dirt. After that, we can go and... I just need to test out this works. Hang on. Okay, so if I take the moss here, and my... Nope. For some reason, I thought moss transformed stone. This is so sad. Come on, corrupt the land around you. Is it just the pumpkin? The pumpkin gets a Mars carpet. Ah! Fine, I'll just cover it in moss carpets then. I don't need you. I don't need your support. It's dirt. Fuck. I don't have any dirt. Dirt is a valuable resource that we blew up. Guess we could try to get dirt? Hollow out the crater that's... Ah! Hollow out the crater that's already been hollowed. Or moss carpets. See, it's the most August of all solutions. Because you just patch a thing that's obviously there and pretend you don't notice it. Ah, there, good as new. This little section. No one would ever have known that this was blown up dramatically and possibly a little bit tragically. I should go find dirt, shouldn't I? You know what? That can be the second layer, but first you need the cover. You need the smooth. We need to make this hole slightly less holy. Holy. This hole, which I will serve in the prospect of Haven Kingdom, etc., etc. Is that dirt down there? Or is that granite? I think that's... Ah! I'm trying to be nice. This is what happens when I try to do one thing good for anybody. Yeah, I see you down there. You want these hands? I'm gonna die. Don't kill me. I don't have any of my armor on. I took it off because we're in peace times. You know, the hole over here is distinctly not my fault because that was triggered by Sleep and Stars' own tripwire thing. Therefore, not my problem. It can stay here.
August?
Oh, hello! Where do you go?
I'm down at the base of the house, where it used to be anyway. Where are you? I have the stuff to make torches.
I'm around the back.
Ah, there you are.
Hello.
Well, front lawn.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, this is bigger than I thought it was. There's a whole thing over here, and there's another thing over here. Okay, we got this. Anyway,
What do you want to do in terms of helping Stars?
Well, I was just gonna cover the craters, and then they were very upset about the crops being lost, so I thought, oops, I have some seeds, I can go and make some new crops, and at least make it so that you can climb around this area. The excess of material I have is cobblestone, but we can put some carpet or something on it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. As long as it's a pathway, we can, it'll work.
Yeah, it should.
I hear you judging me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't have a lot else that is gonna be able to help a bunch. I was back at the vault. I could have picked up spruce for more trapdoors. There's probably some at... Why is my render just doing it? At Moths?
Oh, right. We could wooden it also.
Yeah. Here, hang on. Let me... I had a crafting table. Why do I always do this? Okay, let me put this here.
Like, as long as no one's falling to their deaths anymore. Because there's this whole section under here that needs to be lit up, or else it's gonna be...
Yeah, I remember I used...
Monster heaven.
Yeah. I used most of the last of the torches I had, trying to light up what I could.
Yeah, that's...
Okay. That's a start. More or less. Take one of these.
Did you know that I almost drowned in chickens today?
Yeah, you kind of mentioned something about that. What happened?
So, you know, sometimes you're going out and you have a lighthouse and it's great, and then there's a ominous pit, and the pit has the message chicken soup on it. And so you you stand and you look over onto the chicken soup pit, and the pit is filled to the brim with chickens. And then you're like, I can fix this problem, and you jump down and start stabbing the chickens. But then the lag, it kills you and starts glitching you out, and then you are trapped with chickens crawling all over you, like, I don't know, like you're Seed Man. And all you can hear are chickens, and the only way to escape, besides someone rescuing you, is to repeatedly empty your bucket of lava across and around the pit so you can finally have room to dig yourself out of this hellscape. And then climb up that lava like a waterfall to safety and catch your hole on fire. And now it is no longer the prettiest hole because it's burnt to death. This has been my day.
Yeah, you know, that is a less than stellar day, I'll admit. You paint a very specific and unfortunate picture of events.
Evocative picture. Just, I hope you understand the pain that I've been going through.
Yeah, no, I see it. I understand.
Now, speaking of pain that we've been going through.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
like
actually,
where you're taking this.
No, before I do that, I feel like trying to kill you didn't count. So, what is your name?
Erd.
What are your pronouns?
They, them. Do you just keep, like, a book of that?
Yes, I do.
I guess that's probably handy. I don't exactly keep notes. Just kind of...
What is your species?
Bird?
Avian.
Ish? Something along those lines.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it'll just look a little bit silly to have bird and then bird.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did you come up with that name yourself?
No, it was just kind of given to me. They just kind of called me that because I was the little winged twerp that was useful.
I assume you weren't called that from birth then. Do you have another name?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Would you want another one if you had the option of picking?
Maybe, I mean, maybe it'd be weird at this point, I feel like, though, because, like, always been bird, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's never too late. Reinvent your image.
Maybe, have you reinvented your image before? I feel like, I mean, August is probably a pretty good name to get given.
I mean, it depends on what you mean by reinvent your image.
Have you picked a new name for yourself because you got tired of your old one, specifically?
Oh, I have not, but fun fact, August is actually short for my full given name, which does suck.
Oh. Well, if it sucks, I won't pry you for the information.
No, it's fine. It's Augustus, and it makes me sound like I'm 85 and a Roman emperor.
You know, no, it makes you sound very very science-y. I would trust a sciencer named Augustus. A science. I just said sciencer. I'm gonna go jump in the void. I don't think we have to cover the pond. I think.
Is the pond okay? Is the pond okay?
Yeah, Stars was kind of fond of the pond. I was.
Watch out!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Okay.
I mean, oh, Ender Dragon? Is Jesus Christ canonical to the Minecraft universe?
It's fine. We're all speaking a different language. This is being translated. The classic excuse.
August, I need you to know out of character.
Yes.
That my mother just questioned, wasn't that kid in Willy Wonka Augustus?
Oh no!
And yes, actually, my mother is correct on that.
I'm only a poor boy. All I have is some chocolate to my name. Please spare me your sympathy and give me your money. Wait, no, it was the rich one. Fuck!
Augustus
that was Charlie!
The one who had a ton of chocolate. Yeah, Charlie was the poor kid.
I have so much money, actually.
Okay.
Can we fix the pond? Is it?
I think it's entirely possible.
Okay.
You probably have a better view of where the water is missing than me. I'll be honest, though.
Come on. I believe in you. In.
I was gonna make torches. Right. Okay. Some of this goes down very far.
It does. Hence the covering. The covering of hopes and dreams. It's not going to be a very nice covering, but it's gonna be functional. You said scars like the pond? Okay, so we can... I don't know, maybe have a waterfall down into it?
Yeah, we can probably do that, and then just cover most of the rest of this. Just gonna try to put... I mean, we could make, like, a 2-level pond. I kind of cleared out this area down here.
Ooh. A multi-level pond
with a path
experience.
going down the middle.
I have so many fucking chicken eggs in my inventory. You don't understand. I will never recover emotionally from this.
You did say you killed a lot of them, so I am unsurprised.
It wasn't even that many because they kept glitching out into oblivion, and I hit nothing. You know the old adage, you can't kill them all? It is in fact true when there are enough of them.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Yeah, Augustus was the, how did my mother put it, fluffy kid who got trapped in the chocolate pipe.
The fluffy kid. I'm fluffy. I think. I mean, like, I've been told my hair is fluffy. Yeah, and I've got like little feathers. Do you want to pet the fluffs?
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't think we've reached that level of friendship yet.
To be fair, when I met Reese, literally the first thing I did was pet his fire hair.
Reese has fire hair? How did I not notice that?
The only one of the only people here who can determine the true texture of that.
Huh.
But back to before the trauma discussion.
When were we discussing trauma? Hang on, when did that happen? What was our chain of events?
I was going to bring this up completely indelicately, and I've decided that this is my segue.
Okay.
It's a little bit about what happened. The wall incident. Can we call it the wall incident?
Sure. I mean, that's probably a pretty apt name for it.
It was about the wall incident. Afterwards, you were a little bit dramatic. You were like, I was like, Bird, are you okay? And you were like, I'm used to this pain and suffering. This is how all I know are the woes of combat. Or whatever.
I don't think I said specifically that. I don't think I was quite that melodramatic, nor was I that wordy.
You know, you gotta put the August filter on it. Why say something with one word when you can say it with like 5?
Are you known for doing that?
I mean, I'm known for not shutting up.
Fair enough. At least you're aware of, what you're known for, I suppose. Do you have a shovel, by the way, to pick up more dirt? I kind of want to cover this in something that will grow grass
I
back.
do not have a shovel.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just punch it by hand. It's all right.
Right.
What were you asking? I keep.
Right. Yes. Do you kill a lot of people?
Do you remember the ad on the billboard at the start of at the front of the main village?
You know, there were so many things on there. Oh, yes. So it's like a job thing.
Yeah. Like a job. Sure.
Are you Sleep's mercenary then?
That's okay, sir. I'm working on things here.
We are having a conversation. I am making a base level that will be eventually covered by dirt so that this will be less depressing.
Yep. I'm just gonna let this grow grass onto the edge of this, and hopefully it'll get figured out. I know Sleep and have done some work for him.
Like, since Haven?
Yeah, kind of recently done a little bit of a job or two. I mean, I've also gotten a job from Moth that I'm still following up on. There is a child that is on its way to try to murder you. Hang on.
Let it try. The number one thing
Not the
I'm good
first.
at killing is other people's dreams and also children.
Again, these are not inspiring words.
Do you like working for sleep?
I mean, I know him. He's fairly predictable. Also, there's moss blocks there if you want to make carpet to cover the cobble.
I do want to make carpet to cover the cobble. Thank you. Where did the thingy go? Oh no. There was a crafting table here at one point. There is no longer a crafting table here.
There should be one by the obsidian. By the furnaces. What's the Ferni? I don't know.
Fernu.
I don't think it's Fernu.
It could
be
be
wrong about
Fernu
that,
if you
but
tried. If you wanted it to be in your heart.
I don't know what my heart wants. I don't think it's Fernu, though.
The heart wants what it wants, and it's not Fernu. Oh, wait, there's the Fernu. The Ferna pie. The Ferna people.
You know, there would be a lot of very disturbing revelations happening if we learned that, like, furnaces were sentient. I don't really want to delve into that train of thought today.
Delve into what could happen.
Yeah, you know, I'm good on that one.
Is having a predictable boss good, though? Doesn't that get boring?
I mean, in a sense. Also, there's torches behind you, because there are 3 creepers. One of which is making its way towards me.
I have so many eggs, I can't wear the torches.
They were...
There they are.
Back up.
I do not have
up.
them. I just picked up more eggs.
There you go.
Oh, they're floating away. They taunt me. They taunt me with their... Wait, weird. Okay.
There. Oh, there's lily pads. Thought most of those would have gotten blown up. This one goes here, and that one goes there. We have made a sinkhole in the middle of this. That's gonna bother me. That needs to get fixed.
Does that not add extra spice to the swimming experience?
I think it really just adds extra annoyance, I'm gonna be honest.
A little bit of extra murder.
What? No, annoyance, not murder. Difference, difference.
Is there?
Where are you from that an annoyance equals murder?
Here.
Yeah, it's... yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh! This is gonna be my Sisyphusian effort. Is that how you say that? Sisyphusian?
You did it!
Specific?
You can stop with the boulder! Finally!
Oh, no, this is gonna be an ongoing boulder. Okay. No one take a water bucket from the center of this, or I will yuck you into the void. Okay, alright, very cool. Appreciate that, skeleton.
What type of
no. Oh my god, it's raining creepers.
They're multiplying! Why can't I hit this? You motherfucker, stop moving!
Oh my god, there's 2 of them in there.
Ha ha ha, I got you.
3 of them in here.
Where did you go?
I could just use one of them to blow the others up, but... yeah, like that. I hope you have a lot of cobble. This is gonna take... There's a witch here. There's just a full-blown witch. Cool.
Oh, sorry. Did that hit you, or...?
I mean, I am slowed, but... didn't really notice much of the damage. No, she poisoned me. Lovely. Eh. ongoing annoyance. Fighting Amber again.
Amber's fun to fight with.
Amber's... Yeah. Fun. Probably a good word for it, I suppose. Why? Literally, I'm gonna... August, I swear... You know, when you blew up the wall, you caused a slight issue in that there are now no longer thorn bushes on top of the wall, preventing things from spawning up here.
Ah, that's why we've got the torches.
That is why we have the torches.
What kind of people did you kill in your old job?
I mean, a variety, I suppose. It would depend.
Were you like
Worked
a...
for kingdom.
So you didn't choose your targets yourself?
Not specifically. I mean, sometimes it would just be like, we need, you know, this destabilized, go make sure that happens. And then I would get to, like, observe for 2 incredibly boring weeks, and then pick my target up based off of that information. But, you know, beyond that...
What type of things were you destabilizing? Whole governments? Regimes? Structures of power?
Like once or twice that happened. Or it was like, you know, particularly annoying bandit camps that had stocked up on local trade passes, and mounting a full-scale effort would have been annoying in particular, so sending in one person to break down the base power structure and then letting them fight amongst themselves and then wiping out all the stragglers was, you know, more effective.
Did you mind being a disposable resource?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was, like, disposable. I had value.
Yes, but... Oh yes, let's send one of our fighters into this deep into enemy territory. If they come out, great. If they don't, like, the whole bunch of bandits, you know?
Well, I mean, I always came out.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, I guess.
Exactly.
Did you know anybody else like you? Were you part of, like, a legion?
I mean, there was a military structure, if that's what you're asking, but, I mean, there were, technically, like, other generals and such of a sort, but, I don't know, I was their champion, in a sense, I guess. You know, you send me on the fancy missions, I come back in one piece, and then you can make a fancy statue and be like, oh, look at our mighty hero, blah, 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 intimidation, blah, 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 something like that.
Did you have a lot of fancy statues?
I think I had, like, one, maybe 2. There might have been a second one, but I don't remember it. Do you know a way to, like, harvest these vines? I kind of want to stick some down here, because... fan of that.
I feel like the shears, maybe. But actually, it might not, because that's the... Is this the glowberry vine?
Hang on. If I just take glowberries... Can I get out of the water, please? Thank you.
I do not know how much this is helping.
Oh! Yeah, you can just do it with glowberries. Okay. Let me just take some of these...
Oh yeah, make it look like a cave, a natural formed...
Yeah. I mean, I'm just kind of going based off of the design that was already present. But...
Do you mind if I cannibalize this?
I mean, yeah, you know, Butterflies is quote unquote open to the public a little bit now. Sort of. I mean, it would still be more ideal if they were left alone, as they prefer to be, but you know, I have no issue with cannibalizing it.
Are you resentful about that at all?
I mean,
you worked so hard and died a couple of times to go and protect this place. And then, oh, just one word from sleep and it doesn't even matter anymore? Like, none of your work meant anything? Like, oh yes, go out and die for me. It'll be convenient. But it's important, but it's not too important because it doesn't matter anymore.
Are you making an effort to particularly turn me against sleep with this line of questioning?
No, I'm just trying to understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, for a time, I got paid to protect butterflies and allow the people there to remain in their chosen isolation. And now that has been decidedly removed, so I have new work to do instead, I suppose.
I mean, that sounds like a very professional way of thinking it. Mercenary work, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, personally, you can always take things more personally.
Suppose I...
You know, you're not working for whoever had you before. You don't have, like, legions to destabilize, or if you didn't want to do that, you didn't need to.
What else am I supposed to do? Just wander about and join your little void hopping endeavors?
Ah, thank goodness for calling it endeavors and not anything else. Whatever you want, you know. I'm sure you got to have had hobbies besides murder, right?
I build towers. There's 3. You can see 2 of them from here, actually. There's one up on the floating island, and then there's one way out by the dark forest, and then there's another one that overlooks butterflies. It's actually a very lovely view.
It's like, yeah, more building projects. Could expand your scope, maybe, or build bigger towers.
I've been putting together ideas for a bit. Sir, that is not your moss block. I'm gonna need you to return that. Thank you. I have technically been putting together a few ideas for a new base of sorts.
Fun. You know, if you need any help with the construction work, I'm a fan of building. And I have been putting off my own, like, windmill projects for, like, so long. So I love
a windmill?
Yeah.
Where's that gonna be?
It's gonna be by the other side of the lighthouse.
Okay. Oh, I forgot this was down here. If I do this. Nope, hang on. I'm still. If I had half a slab more, I could get out, but it's fine. Oops.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna cover that in carpet. How do I make carpet? That is how I make carpet.
Ooh, this pit might need a bit more light.
I mean, a windmill sounds like a fun one. Why have you been putting it off? Just bigger, better things to do, or?
Nah, I keep getting distracted.
Understandable.
Also, completing the windmill means that then I have to go and track down Oz, and then I have to offer to blow up my lighthouse.
Hang on. Break down that series of events.
Yeah, once it's done, I'm gonna have to find Oz, and that'll take, like, forever. Especially since I don't even think they want to see me. But, like, I've gotta do it for, you know, friendship reasons.
Okay. Suppose I understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
Careful, there's, yeah, a lot of pit down there. This is gonna be an extremely dangerous place to encounter creepers.
It will be a little bit funny though.
Perhaps in time. I'm not eager to see anything else get blown
Exploded.
up
Too
near Stars' house
too new
anymore.
of a wound.
Well, I mean, the wall is no more, but I don't know, I'm just not eager to see it so close to Stars' place. That wound, I think, is probably one that's a bit too new.
So the fighting didn't bother you at all?
Again, I've sat in towers shooting crossbows at, you know, raiding hordes of hoglins. This is a play fight by comparison.
It was a play fight. I know I wasn't entirely sure you realized it was, so that's good.
I mean, if I don't take my work seriously, how can I be taken seriously for my work? That was circuitous. Is that the right word?
That was, yes, that was the logic that looped around into itself. By saying something, you just said nothing.
Well, point still kind of stands. Sort of.
I mean, point attempted.
A for effort?
You did your best.
Saying that people have said to other people.
You did your best, and that is what matters.
Yeah, that.
Do you not believe that?
Well, I mean, there's some situations where doing your best matters, and there's some situations where failure, even despite any effort, is still failure, and not the optimal outcome.
Oh, am I dying? I'm not dying. We're good, we're good.
Dying would be regrettable. Do you have a spawn set here?
Nope.
Around here? I mean, I wouldn't blame you for not specifically wanting to set a spawn around here.
No, yeah, add some stakes to my repeated deaths. Gonna have to walk all the way back. See, I figured if I die, I'll just go and get more, yeah! Material. Which I believe I may be about to die right now.
Would you like assistance?
My god. Ha! Die, you fucker. I'm good. Thank you.
You are a very interesting character. I suppose on some level I can see why Gawain is, I guess, fond of you.
Yeah, I mean
they never really talked about you hanging out together, but...
Alright, yeah, who were they texting during the emergency?
All of us?
Nope, me specifically.
Debated.
I can pull up my comms logs.
Counterpoint. Who kept dying during the emergency?
You know what? That's also fair. However, you did die too. Ah!
I died like twice. It was okay. I'll be honest. That was weird because that's like respawn anchors are a thing. You know, you fill the glowy crying obsidian thing with glowstone, and then if you die, you like pop back into existence next to it, and there's like 3 charges, and you have to make sure it's fully charged. Like that, like it's a thing that happens, but it's here.
Oh, that's science that makes sense, but this doesn't for some reason?
No, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It's just, it's been weird here doing the bed respawn thing. That's not as common. I mean, it technically can exist. Like, you don't explode if you sleep in a bed, but I don't know, I just always had a respawn anchor.
The place you came from. You only got, like,
Mhm.
one chance, right?
Uh,
Or close to one
yeah,
chance?
more or less. I mean, there were ways of circumventing it, obviously, but I don't know. The beds had to be special, and so it was just more convenient for most everyone to use respawn anchors. They became actually a fairly homogenous thing that was part of the, one of the great works of the society. Free respawn anchors for everybody. You get, one free charge a week.
Did people use that often? Were there people like me in your world?
I mean, we didn't exactly have a void to go hopping in. So, not exactly.
Oh, the principle still stands. Ow.
I mean, there were like, what are you like? You're like a scientist. You're like a sciencey
Yeah.
person. I mean, there were, researchers and stuff who like figured all of that out. But I don't know. It probably wasn't quite the same.
It's just the way you carry yourself. It's like, it's how most of the people who came from Death Worlds do it. Like, you only have one shot.
Well, I mean, additionally, while setting up a new respawn anchor isn't incredibly inconvenient, it's not beneficial for any kind of mission you may have been working on.
You ever fail a mission before?
Yeah.
Did that
I
leave with
have.
the target escaping?
It.
Or someone else dying?
I mean, there were a few failures in my lifetime. Not many. Never many.
No, of course. Perfect track record here.
I'm far from perfect. But I don't know, you like deep and invasive questions? Do you want like a rundown of the least painful? Or I'm assuming if I give you the option, you are going to be like, oh, what's the most painful failure you've ever experienced?
I mean, you don't have to answer, and you can feel free to turn it around. So Gwaine knows more about me than mostly anyone else, because they answer my questions. And so I answer theirs. Or, well, I tell them the things they should be asking about.
So.
For the most dramatic answers, you know.
Fair enough. Then be direct. You asked about failures. What kind of failure would most intrigue you?
Well, I want to know why you worked for those people. And I want to know what they did to you if you failed. It wasn't necessarily the failure itself, but if we're bringing that up, I guess the one that sounds most interesting would be, have you ever gotten someone killed?
Yes. When I was younger and stubborn and too sure of my own skill and competence, I pressed to have agency in the missions I selected. One of them ended up being a stakeout of sorts for a crew of bandits that had been tormenting a small outer town. I didn't do my due diligence on the research of the bandit clan. I wasn't patient enough in waiting for them to show up. I dived in at the first opportunity, and I left the village unprotected. And now that village is gone. And I lost rights to pick my mission for the foreseeable future. And I had, you know, more work to do with training. I had extra days in the barracks. I had to repent, I suppose, is how it was phrased.
Oof. Is that why you're working with sleep? Because you're used to having someone who's kind of going around telling people to repent for their sins?
I don't know if that's Sleep's entire idea with this. I mean, he genuinely wants, I mean, from all I've heard, genuinely wants to try to make something better than just a series of void floating islands. And I mean, it's not. Whoops. Be more careful. Too much strain. I mean, when I got agency to pick my missions again and select them from a more varied range of employers, I ended up doing work for Sleep before. And from what I remember, he was a decent employer and charismatic and agreeable and paid damn well.
He would.
So I guess it's a combination of all of that. Sleep is someone I know how to work with and have worked with before, and it is, I suppose it is what I'm used to.
Did you choose your missions when you could, based on ideological points? Or were you after, like, adventure, or fame, or whatever people look for?
Whoops. Sorry.
It's okay.
I enjoyed the opportunity to work with people outside of the oligarchy. I should have a water bucket to
Thank you.
take care of that. Some of your potatoes unplanted themselves. No water yet.
The tragedy
I
of
like-
the unplanting potatoes.
I liked having new people to work for, and occasionally getting new places to see was a bonus. And I don't know. I kind of was able to pick as I saw fit for some things. So sometimes I wanted to do something for someone close in the main city and decide on an easy job that would, you know, get me home with haste and have a little bit of free time. And sometimes I wanted to go to the very outer edges of the kingdom or to another kingdom entirely and see something new and different.
What was your favorite thing you've seen traveling?
You know how many colors of wool there are? How there's like a couple of greens and blues and a pink and a yellow and red and orange and all of that?
Yeah?
Traveling merchant. Big carriage pulled by 2 perfect rainbow sets of llamas.
Yo. Llamas? I am a big fan of llamas. They're so fluffy. Every single color of the rainbow, really.
Every single one in like perfect order. There was one that started with red and then went all the way back down, and then the other one had red at the very end, right by the carriage, and went the opposite direction.
Now that is dedication to the homosexual agenda.
I think it was more of a gimmick to be a striking marketing thing, but I didn't exactly ask the the people's preferences, so it may very well have been that too.
I know in my heart that this is what it was for. How has Stars been the past like week or so?
Quiet.
Like in an unusual way? In a haunted way?
I mean, if I try to make conversation with Stars, usually it's doable, but I think on some level losing their home has irritated them, to say the least.
I'm really proud of them.
Why?
Well, they've spent actual months going around being like, ooh, I am a servant. I obey the will of whoever tells me to. Blah, blah, blah. I have no emotions. Ah! And then they've been able to, and then here they were, standing up for themselves.
I don't ever think Stars had no emotions. I think potentially recognizing certain things as emotions would be difficult, but
if they start understanding that they have the right to choose who they see in life and whose requests they follow, you know, they're closer to seeing themselves as a person. You know, they claim to not have any agency to me before, and then they prove themselves wrong by telling me to go fuck off.
Yeah, I guess that would be an interesting development for someone of a more scientific nature. Why have you built just like a weird green foot?
That was what I was using to go up and down and collect the random floating pieces of the wall. I mean, if it's good modern art, I'm sure we can keep it.
I mean, sure.
It's already gone. It's too late. Spoke up too late. Now it's gone forever.
Darn, my deepest regrets and condolences for your lost masterpiece.
Art. It's fleeting. More fleeting than we are.
I would certainly hope so. You wanted to just take your anchor and go. Do you honestly think that would have been the best path? Just existing on your own devices. No one to watch your back or catch you if you fall. No kind of backup or system you can rely on. Just you against everything.
You know, it's not take it and run away and become a hermit. It's just protect it yourself and then continue on as normal.
What about those that can't?
Protect
it themselves, yes.
See, the thing is, it's not that I wanted to strike it out on my own. It's just the people who can take their things and protect themselves and don't have to worry about all the drama that this will undoubtedly bring. It'll spare them a lot of trouble if they do that and they leave.
So what, the strongest, fittest just take their life into their hands and leave everyone else to kind of fend for themselves?
When the world when the kingdom crumbles, we're going to need someone who's outside of it.
What makes you think the kingdom will crumble?
Everything crumbles.
You sound like you're saying it's going to happen soon. Like, I don't even know if we age here.
Exactly. That makes
Properly.
it.
I feel like we do.
That
but
makes its decline all the more inevitable.
I'm not sure I follow.
All right. So it's like, if you live forever, eventually you're going to experience everything, right?
Eh,
So statistically speaking, eventually the kingdom will fall.
I mean, by that logic, yes. But I mean, I don't think it should happen soon. I hope it doesn't happen soon. Do you think otherwise?
That depends on what your definition of soon is. Soon is relative.
Based on your definition of soon, do you think the kingdom will fall soon?
Yes, soon is, on a cosmic scale. Pretty much our entire lives, and then more lives.
You're an interesting person.
You are also an interesting person. Although most people are interesting people.
Yeah, on some level. Almost everyone's got something interesting about them. Do you have an extra birch plank? I can make more sticks and therefore more torches.
Yes. Here, where did you go?
I'm behind you.
Not the right direction to be turning. Wait, I did not throw that. Hoi, there we go.
I have been left with exactly one extra birch plank again.
Oh, that's, you know what?
Torches, though.
That's annoying. Here. Okay.
Okay, there's more torches there. Should they be
Save yourself from the agony of the one inventory left spot.
Wish moth were here. It didn't know where to place more torches.
It definitely would know where to place more torches.
Have you seen moth since everything?
Since everything. I don't think there's any moth to see for a bit.
Have you seen who, I guess, took moth's place?
I mean, I've met most people on the server.
You seem to have. You mentioned a lot of people that I have only heard in passing.
Part of the book, be informed.
Fair enough.
For what it's worth, they wouldn't have meant to kill anyone. Which, I mean, probably isn't enough, given that Sleep has already declared war on them before they even existed.
Well, I don't know. The fact that who they are who Anathema, I suppose, do you know his name? Who Anathema came from the forced destruction of Moth?
Is that what Sleep told you?
Well, yeah, and
Did he neglect to mention that it was the other way around first?
What?
There's the part of the reason Sleep liked Moth so much, I think, is because he saw himself in it.
What do you mean it was the other way around first?
Sleep considers himself a monster.
I wouldn't argue that point. How do you know it was Anathema first?
I mean, they've both told me.
So you've
You know,
spoken
if you
to
talk to
Anathema.
people, like actually talk to them, they tend to tell you things.
I never see anyone.
Instead of just basing all your opinions on what Sleep has told you.
I can form my own opinions. I never see anyone. No one ever. It's like with the wall. Again, you never asked me about what was back there, what was going on.
I asked Stars. I was closer to Stars. I thought that would mean something. It didn't.
Ours is, above all else, professional. I admire that about them.
And professionalism is just a shield to hide emotions behind.
And your experience and evidence of this?
I mean, people who take pride in being professional always have the most repressed shit going on.
Does that mean you think I have repressed shit going on?
Statistically speaking, yes. I mean, just by being here, we probably have repressed shit going on.
This place is
I mean, like, did you see that anchor?
unsettling.
Did you see your anchor?
Yeah?
Do you think someone could have designed that without your input?
To be honest, I would not be surprised if something largely fantastical was just created based on my specifications and then handed to me. You have to, put my experiences in the context of that. That's not an uncommon occurrence in my life.
Either way, though, you think someone could just rip your soul out and put it in a box without you agreeing to it? I mean, you're smart, you're strong. They'd have a hard time catching you, tying you down, ripping out your soul unless you had agreed to it first.
I
You want to see what happened to Stars' house, like the inside.
saw a bit.
I'm pretty much out of materials, but
I'll finish this up and then I'll be there. For the record, I don't think it's always a matter of ripping out souls. I think there might be more than one way to have gone about it, perhaps.
how would you have
I
gone
don't know.
about it?
I mean,
Hey, Bird.
I don't.
August?
Stars?
Hey!
What are you doing here?
I'm nothing. I'm not doing anything. I am.
They were helping.
With what?
Well, for one, they had the idea of being able to replant some of your farms. And for two, lighting up all of the area that they assisted in aggressively darkening before out there.
Oh. Okay, that is appreciated.
You're welcome. I'm doing this all for evil purposes.
Why is there an obsidian box in the front yard?
That I don't know. That was there when I got here. I didn't want to touch it. I wasn't sure if it was yours.
Do you want to open it?
Is not.
It's your house.
That's ominous, alright.
Stars, should I rip it open?
I have a pickaxe, it's fine.
Oh, okay. You can rip it open.
Just kind of assumed it was something you'd set down. Excuse me, sir, please do not look right into my eyes. I would feel
It's empty. Maybe it had something in it. It's weird.
That is weird.
This is not here before. Alright.
Okay. Leaving. I mean, I told Stars that they didn't have to see me again, so, you know, promise is keeping. I hope they like the crops. I guess I will work on cleaning up the chicken soup. It's nearly killed me once. But I'll do it again. This time I understand. I understand what my hubris before did not let me, which is never go into the pit of chicken. If a pit has that many chicken in it, you will only become chicken. Do murder registers first. Yes, burn! Burn with the power of 1,000 lavas! And with that fun mental image and the comfort of bikini quackity, I think we're gonna end that.